Good morning to everybody that follows us in our message for the day that, as I told in my last message, it's not going to be every day. I will restart the 21st of March again. At this point, I will start the 21st of March with the message of the day in Spanish, because I will be putting all my efforts in the teachings in Spain. But until the 21st of March, and as a last intent to bring unity to this world that is in such turmoil with the war of Ukraine, well, let us go to the message for today in the book Answers for the Heart. It is true because I feel it to be true. The fusion of the concept of disciple and the concept of master brings forth the idea of the inner master, eternally present in each of us. We do not speak to demonstrate our erudition, knowledge, or wisdom. We speak to convey a message, and the message is only fully conveyed if it can penetrate the mind and the heart. Even if the mind does not appreciate all the consequences of the message, the heart feels, I know this is true, for I feel it. The man of unity, the man of the bliss of consciousness, the man of God, is with you in your suffering. He suffers with you even though he knows that this is part of the package of karmic laws that you yourself have created. So you reap what you sow. But even in the harvest, there is joy. That is what he teaches. The mystic is concerned with your spiritual being, because through experience he has concluded, I can draw strength from the depths of my inner self to regenerate all my mental attitudes and bring joy to my heart and mind so that my life functions beautifully and joyfully. Now, if I have done it all for myself, why should I not impart the basics to others so that they too can share the joy and bliss that I experience? This is the end and aim of a teaching organization. This is the end and aim of our teaching organization worldwide. And just to put a little bit of more things today, I'm going to read this passage from Vivekananda. This theory of Ishta, therefore, means allowing a man to choose his own religion. One man should not force another to worship what he worships. All attempts to herd together human beings by means of armies, force, or arguments to drive them pell-mell into the same enclosure and make them worship the same god in the same way have failed, and will fail always, because it is constitutionally impossible to do so. Not only so, there is the danger of arresting their growth. You scarcely meet any man or woman who is not struggling for some sort of religion. And how many are satisfied? Or rather, how few are satisfied? How few find anything? And why? Simply because most of them go after impossible tasks. They are forced into these by the dictation of others. For instance, when I am a child, my father puts a book into my hand which says, God is such and such. What business has he to put that into my hand? how does he know what way I would develop? And being ignorant of my constitutional development, he wants to force his ideas on my brain, with the result that my growth is stunted. You cannot make a plant grow in soil unsuited to it. A child teaches itself, but you can help it to go forward in its own way. What you can do is not of the positive nature, but of the negative. You can take away the obstacles, but knowledge comes out of its own nature. Loosen the soil a little so that it may come out easily. Put a hedge around it. See that it is not killed by anything, and there your work stops. You cannot do anything else. The rest is a manifestation from within its own nature. This way, this method, to which each of us is naturally adapted, is called the chosen way. This is the theory of Ishta, and that way which is ours we call our own Ishta. To extend it a little further, we must understand that truth, seen from different standpoints, can be truth, and yet not the same truth. This would seem at first to be a contradiction in terms, but we must remember that an absolute truth is only one, while relative truths are necessarily various. Take your vision of this universe, for instance. This universe, as an absolute entity, is unchangeable and unchanged, and the same throughout, but you and I and everybody else hear and see each one his own universe. In other words, there are as many gods as people in this world, like Vivekananda said, like Guru Raj said, like our emblem implies. We, in our organization, the only thing we do is share the teachings and the message we received from a spiritual giant of the 20th century. Not very recognized yet, but his teachings will prevail throughout centuries, because his teachings bring light to all spiritual paths. They make them understandable, and it's based on this concept that each person has his own individual path, his own individual conceptualization of himself, his own individual conceptualization of the divine, or of the laws of nature, or of what is the energy that governs this universe. And we teach to find the center, the heart within. If we can do this from a unity of action, if we can do this from our hearts, if we can do this just for the sake of giving and not seeking any gain, like in the poem of Guru Raj, may my life be measured by giving and not my gain, for if gain I sought, this life would be in vain. So, if the attitude suddenly is there, and we as teachers give ourselves and give the message we have received and the ability to draw from this heart to have a joyful, balanced, and plentiful life, why should we not do it? Why should we not get together? Which is what the one that brought the message wanted to happen. And we do it. I don't know. But everything is okay. And we are harvesting our own fruits, and whatever the harvest is, there is joy in the harvest. So, thank you very much for listening. I will keep going until the 21st of March in English, and who knows, maybe after the 21st, I also continue in English with all of you. So, namaste, have a beautiful day, and remember, it's only one day. It's just for today, and today will bring you the space and time in which you can express that divine energy which makes you be alive. So, again, have a very nice day. Namaste.